Approximately 10,000 books are published in Canada each year, and this doesn't include online, so you can do it too. There are a few steps to publishing books in Canada, and the first is the manuscript stage. So in this stage, you need to remember to keep the manuscript original and that it must be fixed in a somewhat permanent form. It must meet qualified person requirements set out in Copyright Act. Registration is not required in Canada to protect your work. However, there should be at the minimum a certificate, and more info can be found at www.ic.gc.ca. Also, keep in mind, if you need a grant to start writing, then you can always apply for grants at provincial and local arts councils. If you have great ideas but don't believe your writing skills, there is always the option to have a ghostwriter write your manuscript for you, as long as you make a viable contract where you buy the rights of the manuscript from said ghostwriter. You can hire ghostwriters at places such as Upwork.com, Elance.com, Fiverr.com, and Freelance.com. So the second stage to publishing your work in Canada is where you find the publisher who is right for you. So some things to keep in mind here is that you should only send your manuscript to publishers that publish in your genre. So it would be a complete waste of time to send a self-help book to a publisher who only publishes in LGBT romance. So to find the publisher right for you, go to your local bookstore and take a look at other books in your genre and take a look at the publishers, typically seen at the back of the title page. These are the publishers that you should reach out to. Submission guidelines are typically available on the publisher's website. And if a publisher does accept you, wait until you have heard back from other publishers so they can make a counter offer, so you know which one's best for you. Okay, so the next stage. This is the stage where the author must persist until one publisher accepts them. So remember that this is a time where you must be willing to persist through hardship and struggle. Many publishers will initially turn down your book. Persist until something sticks. Watch motivational videos to keep you going when the going gets tough, and most importantly, put in the work and accept any and all feedback. It may even be necessary to self-publish at first and show publishing companies the sales you were able to produce by yourself within a certain length of time, and use this to persuade a company into publishing your book for you. Also, see if you can reach out to other authors who got published by the publishers in your genre for some tips that help them, and that can also help you. So self-publishing, this is the last stage, and this is where you decide to simply self-publish. When done online, self-publishing is definitely the most effective for the price point. However, that's not our focus. It's not online publishing. So most of the times when self-publishing, you must pay to have your work published, which means unless your book goes viral in bookstores, then your profits will be low and can sometimes have you in a small debt. So some tips if you do self-publish: remember to listen to podcasts and watch many videos on how to grow your audience as a self-published author. Reach out to others who have a following that enjoys the type of book you have created, and you can possibly ask to appear as a guest star on the person's blog or YouTube channel or TV show, etc. Because other people are constantly looking for content. Learn the basic skills of advertisement and track where your audience looks, and be sure that you are present in those areas. So for example, specific Facebook groups. And just some things to keep in mind is that if you do get accepted by a publisher, don't be too greedy, as you must be willing to split your royalties. After all, it is the publisher who's backing your idea with their money, so they want to see a profit just as much as you want to see one. And according to CanadianAuthors.org, emerging authors only receive around 7 to 12% royalties on the cover price based on book sales. But you must remember, having a publisher helps you reach a larger audience in a shorter amount of time. So remember that done is better than good.